Hey, I'm Amethyst Goddess, and today I will be doing Virgo. Okay, so I have one more sign to do tonight, and then I'll finish the rest this week. Excuse me, after that, I think I only will have like 2 or 3 left to do. Okay, so I'm Amethyst Goddess from In Alignment Ministries. Again, this is your soulful message for Virgo. It can be for your sun, moon, rising, Venus. It could be just the title that resonates with you and you feel guided to listen to this message. So if you find some information that actually is, resonating with you, take it by all means, okay? So let me tune into Virgo's energy. Immediately I hear of confusion. Okay, I heard die. I hope you're not experiencing this, but some of you may feel hopeless, okay? There are several outlets that you can reach out to if you feel like hopeless. And it's not just spiritual, there's actual help out there, suicide awareness or whatnot. Reach out to your family, your friends, your loved ones if you're feeling discouraged right now. Some of you may be involved with the cancer, or you have cancer in your chart, or there was a recent diagnosis as far as cancer. And if you are the one that is receiving that diagnosis, or you know someone close to you or know someone that has received a diagnosis, I do send love and healing energy to you, okay? I'm hearing regret, and then I heard connection, and then like connection, and then regret. So some of you may have some regrets in regards to how a connection panned out, or I hear disappointment. But some of you, I'm hearing good opportunities. So I did just give you some information that may not have been good on the ears. But the last one, as far as good opportunities, that's what's up. Okay? So let's see what the overall energy is for Virgo. I heard Libra. You may be involved with the Libra. Okay? Is the overall energy for Virgo's reading. Okay, so Neptune wanted to come out. Taurus came out. What other energy wants to speak to you? And the sun wants to come out, okay? So Neptune, Taurus, and the sun, okay? I love you, Virgo, okay? I love you. I love you, Virgo. Some of you have been crying and have been frustrated, and you don't really see your way out of a situation. It's not really clear as far as what's the next steps or what's going to happen to you. Some of you, I'm hearing like jail. So it may be a legal situation. You don't know what the outcome will be, and you're a little nervous about that. Some of you, when I touch the Taurus card, it's about I have, and I'm hearing that some of you feel like you don't have enough. And some of you, I'm hearing you have plenty. Like you have that positive vibration as far as, like affirmations, and like you're really practicing intentional living, mindful living. When I touched Sunday, I heard abundance. Some of you have healing energy in your hands. Some of you may be farmers or gardeners. I heard you reap what you sow. But I'm also hearing it in the sense, not just in the metaphorical sense that we are privy to, most of us. Like what you put in is what you get out. But also I'm hearing something like a literal harvest, like you're a legit farmer or gardener. Show me the strengths of Virgo. Okay, so transformation. Some of you have hit rock bottom. Some of you have had tower moments where you don't really have a choice but to transform. Some of us, we need those situations because for whatever reason we're not getting the message or the information or learning the lessons that we're supposed to, or we just need to go through a certain experience to have a better understanding of life, or life is just lifing, you know what I mean? And so your strengths also, you're about, I analyze, you work, you analyze. So Seven of Pentacles, that's what I heard. Like you're in that energy, you're good with analyzing the situation and pulling it apart to really see what was the heart of the matter. Give me 2 more cards for the Strengths of Virgo. Okay. So you are in your energy. As far as the Knight of Pentacles, I'm hearing manifestation. Give me 1 more card for strengths. Remember I was saying the Tower card? More cards came out than what I wanted, but I'm going to just quickly go over them, okay? So Tower card. Remember I said a legal situation may have caused you to have to get incarcerated, or someone who's got incarcerated. You may have dealt with a Scorpio that rocked your world. 10 of Cups. And I see that as your strength because you're going to use that energy. You're going to use what you learn from those situations to better yourself going forward. 4 of Pentacles. So having the closing off your energy to people. Sometimes it's okay to be in 4 of Pentacles energy if you're getting to the bag, if you are knowing that you're around certain energies that are like energy vampires and you're having your boundaries up, like, no, you're not siphoning my energy. Okay, Page of Cups. Some of you, I'm hearing that you're healing the inner child. Some of you may have a Cancer child, or a water sign child, but I'm hearing Cancer. Or a fire sign child, Page of Wands. That's giving you some form of inspiration, or you have some form of inspiration. And then the 4 of Wands. I heard commitment with that one. What are the things they need to work on? What is the things that Virgo needs to work on? Okay, King of Swords. The Empress. The 2 of Wands. Some of you in the Ace of Pentacles. Oh. Okay, so my battery is dying. You guys might be the last sign I'm going to be doing tonight because I've done a lot of readings I got to upload tonight. But the things that you need to work on, King of Swords, or you may be dealing with an Aqua or an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Then you have to work on the lack mindset. If you have a lack mindset, having the courage or seeing possibilities, seeing, having a vision and like following it through. Okay. Then Ace of Pentacles. So you may be trying to get things off the ground. You may feel like you're not supported. And I mentioned earlier about a family dynamics or a family situation. So it may be a situation where your marriage or family life may be on the rocks. Give you a heads up. What's the heads up for Virgo? The Emperor. So you may have some situations that you may deal with that are legal. You know what I'm saying? Government. Like I mentioned before. Or you may meet an Aries person. Heads up. What's the heads up for Virgo? There's too many cards, y'all. What is the heads up for Virgo? Okay, the Chariot. So these are major arcana. This is also a Cancer card. Eight of Swords. Knight of Wands. You may be in your head about your next moves. Give me one more. About your independence, your freedom. Okay? We may be concerned about that. Your stability. Like earth signs, they're very concerned about their stability. They do not play about their stability. And anything that's impeding on their stability or their freedom, it's like, What exactly is the Eight of Swords? Right, the Emperor. So Two of Fire came out, and then the Emperor came out for the Eight of Swords. So you're concerned. That's the Two of Fire. Two of Wands have already come out. So it may be a decision or an outcome on a legal situation that you're trying to determine how it's going to pan out. What other scenarios? Because other than this legal situation, Virgo. Page of Fire came out again. So a creative project or something. Disappointment, regret, forgiveness. Five of Water came out. Remember I was telling you about that? Crying over spilled milk. Disappointed about a relationship that didn't pan out the way you expected, or a family or home life situation. Okay. Seven of Water. So you having several options and you kind of over-analyzing everything. Because remember I told you about I analyze for Virgo. Nine of Water. Wishes, dreams, and happiness. So all of this stuff is in your head. Some legal stuff, something impeding on your freedom. And it doesn't have to necessarily be incarceration. It could also be where you feel like you're in a situation where you do not have the freedom as you don't feel like the leader in your life. So you're like worrying about that. Like you're constantly in your head, hoping that you do have a positive outlook or outcome. What is the advice I'm hearing lack mentality is really the part that is defeating you in this situation, because you're thinking of all the negative. So I'm going to read out the cards as far as the advice. So the Tower came out again: transformation, realization, life change, liberation. Some of you need to make some life changes, or life will make those changes for you. Okay? Dreamer, new beginnings. Okay? Also, the High Priestess came out, using your intuition and your discernment. You're a very intuitive sign, believe it or not. And the Ace of Fire, which is like the Ace of Wands. You need to use wisdom as far as your next steps. And if it's a thing where you have to allow something to fall out of your life, like if you have to hit rock bottom on certain scenarios, if it's calling for it, if you're not getting it, sometimes some people operate better under pressure. I hate to say it like that, but some people, when it's like pressing because you've been procrastinating or over analyzing or whatever, then the choice will just make itself known, and then you won't have any choice but to make that choice. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes, because of earth energy being so stubborn at times, tower moments are necessary for you to get it. You get what I'm saying? You've had several opportunities from what I'm gathering from the energy. You've had several options as far as decisions in your life. There's not a wrong, right decision. It's more so whatever choice you make, there are certain consequences that you may encounter, and you have to live with those, choices. And whatever the outcome is, you learn something from it. And so you have played around, a lot, as far as decisions, and have been given chances, and you just gotta allow the change. What is the Sun talking about? Just curious. I heard new day. Like, even though it may sound like challenging information to hear, but it's something that sometimes it's good and cleansing for your spirit, Looks crazy flying out. 10 of water. You can have this. 10 of water. So the Sun is about the positive part, right? The Taurus part is about claiming it and knowing that that's what like, I have whatever I need is provided for. The Neptune is that clarity moment, where you need to be clear. You need to clear your energy. You need to clear your space. You need to have your boundaries. You need to get your intuition balanced. Balance yourself out. Because I'm seeing that you have distractions and different things you're worrying about. What is the card for Virgo? That are taking from your attention than what matters. Let me see. Card for Virgo. What is the card for Virgo? I heard relationship. So some of y'all may be dealing with some relationship issues. A lot of this scenarios lately have, for the different zodiac signs, have been covering relationships. So play. I heard you don't need to play. Play coming out. I'm not getting it. I can clarify it. What is the card for Virgo? So maybe the advice is to not play, because I'm hearing not to play. You have been playing enough, and it's time to get serious about some things and really make some decisions. Inner child. So some of you are acting out of what was lacking in your childhood. Maybe you didn't have enough play, and so it's carrying over into things that, like, business matters. You know, taking things seriously. You know, it's not always about being serious all the time, but it's not always about play either. And so some decisions that you have made have impacted your current situation, and you've kind of been playing around. Because I'm not getting play in a positive light. Usually I do. It's almost like you're playing with time and playing with your life. Some of you have childhood wounds. Some of you were teased growing up. So King of Air, see what I'm saying? When I clarified play, because I was like, I'm not getting like play, like allow yourself to have fun and let your inner child, shine and all that. Not in that kind of way, or, enjoying yourself, blah, blah, blah. This one is saying like intuition. Remember I was saying like your intuition, you need to clean it up. And I'd say you're a very intuitive sign, and Pisces is the opposite of your sign, I believe. Using your wisdom and patience. Remember I said that earlier? And then the King of Air. I think this is the second time King of Air came out. Or King of Swords. Knowledgeable, objective, respected. And I'm seeing this as a middle-aged man. Some of you are not middle-aged, but you're getting there, up there. Like you're aging, and you're not taking life seriously as you should, in a sense of your business matters and your family matters, and spirit is calling to your attention because you kept neglecting certain things. It's like now, because of the Tower moments, you have no choice but to face them. So I'm hearing even situations regarding custody or legal battles that you're dealing with, even to situations where your children are now looking at you like kind of sideways. You know what I'm saying? Having that respect, like you're losing it in a sense because of the decisions that you have made up until this point. Okay. I don't know who I'm speaking to. I'm hearing addiction, so some of you may have had addictions. Okay, enter the chamber of healing. Healing in the divine chamber of the Lady Isis. Remember I said you need to heal childhood wounds, things that have happened in the past. Eye of Horus, awakening divine perception. Remember? I was talking about the third eye, your intuition. And your discernment, you need to really work on that. Because I'm seeing some of you really haven't been seeing clearly. You need to cleanse your lens, your third eye. You've been receiving downloads, but if you don't have clarity, if you don't have your third eye balanced and clear and clean, you can misinterpret the messages that you're channeling. Or the messages or synchronicities or whatever. Like, say for instance, you think every time you see 1111, that's a good sign or a good omen. but it may be saying awakening and you need to change something. You know what I mean? Or signifying that something, I'm hearing a tower moment may be approaching if you don't get it together. You get what I'm saying? So it's not always like, oh, confirmation, yes, I'm on the right path. Maybe. You get what I'm saying? Maybe. This is probably one of my shortest ones, but that's pretty much all I have for you all. This can all be changed around. But some of you have been running away from really healing and dealing with some things. You've been pointing the finger in certain directions that really they haven't been exactly correct. And so now's the time where you need to really have some introspection going on. You know, like the Virgo card is the Hermit, right? The Hermit card, the Virgo card, you know what I'm saying? You may need to have a sit down, and maybe that tower moment is for you to have that sit down where you're dealing with what you need to deal with, the things that you've been running from. A person can't fulfill this for you. Situations can't fulfill this for you, like as far as staying busy, working, you know, all of that. It can only get you so far. But until you really heal and first of all, acknowledge and accept what has transpired in your life up to this point, you won't be able to have a positive movement forward. And then you'll keep experiencing tower moments because you're not learning the lessons. And you have to release the regret, because I'm hearing regretful and remorse. It's good that you do have remorse, especially if you've wronged people. You need to make those things right. And if you're not in physical contact with those people, you know, figure that out. Call on your guides. Like, tune into your intuition as far as how could you possibly make it right. People that you've wronged or hurt, you have to find a way to make it right. Okay? So that's pretty much all I have for you. It's a soulful message. It's a deep message. It's something that's not surface level. It's something that you need to look and see what you have not healed. Some of you have issues with your mother, their parent figure, you know what I'm saying, or parental, your caregiver, that you've been kind of like pushing under the rug and not dealing with. But you're going to keep running into this. You have the potential to move out of this and be victorious. You have all of the abilities to move forward, but it's by choice, right? Because the Eight of Swords right here, those are like the self-limitations. That's the negative perceptions, victimhood mentality. Victim mentality. You know what I'm saying? Being overly critical, analytical with your situation. So that's all I have for you, Virgo. Okay? I think I'm going to end it right here for tonight. I was going to do another sign. I think I'm going to stop. Start up tomorrow or maybe sometime later on this week. As far as booking a reading, that's all in the description. how to reach out to me, how to get in contact with me, follow me, you know, whatever. Subscribe to my email on my website, inalignmentministries.com. You'll get the latest and greatest information from me. Okay? Exclusive discounts, exclusive messages, channeled messages for specifically for those who are subscribed to my email list. Okay? So that's all I have for you. Be well. Take care.